Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our down the drain map, and we still have problems with bots and supplying and doing things. I built this tree down here to do things, and if I pause these, workers come over here to do this. If I unpause them at the start of every day, they go back to these ones. I think that's the housing mod doing it, which is weird because the bots don't have houses, so it's odd. But it's the only thing I can think that would swap the jobs around. I don't know. So we've paused two there, and we've got these working here. I don't know if it's working or not. They're struggling a little bit, but it's no, it does seem to be a little bit better. Maybe I just think the issue is we don't have enough beavers. We don't have enough bots to fulfill all the jobs. So I think what I'm going to do is switch these ones back to being beavers. Okay, and we're going to build some more. That's right. I have also switched all of the building all of the builders and the district centre back to beavers as well, because it kind of makes sense that we're going to have beavers. Beaver, I know you. That's weird. That's weird. Last time it wasn't switching over. This time it does switch over. Weird. But it makes sense that we'll have beavers build the leisure park, because then they're not going to trust the bots to build them. They're going to build it themselves. So yeah. But we'll have the bots. We'll have beavers working all these, so they can do hauling. So some of them are going back to jobs. That's fine. So they can do hauling and they can do building. Okay. And then these ones are bots, and these ones I don't know if they feed these first. I cannot tell. I genuinely cannot tell because there's so much going on. By the time this Timberbot gets to do a delivery, he's the other side of the map, and I have no idea whether he comes back to here. Or I don't know. I don't know how this works. The only real way I could figure this out would be to build a like a test town where you have some things over here, some things right over here, some haulers here, some haulers here, and see whether these haulers deal with the stuff nearby or whether they travel all the way to the other side. I don't know. However, there is something else I do want to do. We don't have enough power. Power is struggling. Even with half the things turned off, we're still down to like 80, 70%. It's terrible. Destroying these and putting power in here won't really work for us. It will work, don't get me wrong. It will. The wheels will spin, but the water will just generally go around. It always goes to the path of least resistance, so if there's something here blocking it, it will go around. The wheels will still spin because there is water going through them, but not very efficiently. You want to have it across. We could remove all of these and put water wheels along here. That would work, but then how do the beavers get along? So there's a thing there. We could do something else here. I mean, looking here, we could put water wheels in here, cap that off with water wheels. That would be fine, and I'm sure we could figure out how to get power along. That's an option we could do. However, I was thinking perhaps instead we could build an offshore wind farm. Unlock the large windmills, but there they are. We could build an offshore wind farm out here. But we could use up where a cell would be here. We'll put wind farms in, and we'll have the power transfer from the wind farms over to like here, and we'll run the line up and connect it in there. And that just I think that'll be I think that'll be good. I think that'll work. Let's do this for the moment. Do this as well. Oh, bottom and bottom. There we go. Oof. Oh, and then we want to set that up there. There we go. Look at the beavers go! Rah! Go destroy all those wonderful, wonderful resources! Yay! Okay. And yeah, and I want to put them obviously up on a platform, so they're higher. But they need to actually technically go up too high. But the problem to that is if we go too high, then beavers can't actually get to them, if that makes sense. And so that's going to be kind of awkward. And also, we can use these things, the shaft bridges. This. They can't transfer power up and down. They can only transfer power across from end to end, which is a little bit awkward. But what we can do. So if I pause the game here for a moment, and we'll have. In fact, let's wait for the next morning, and then we'll pause the game when the daylight comes out because that'd be nicer. we could also build the wind farm, plug it in the back of this directly if we wanted to, but I think we'll connect it to here because it just makes more sense to try and, yeah, I don't know, we'll figure out. So, come along daytime. Let's see how we go here. We've got 5 bots doing nothing right now, which is fine. I don't really know where I can have bots do things that aren't important. Maybe we'll switch one of these back to being what we'll do is we'll build another one. We'll build another hauling post here. Okay, that can be bot 1. Oh, let's increase the workers in that. Did I increase the workers in all these? I did not, did I? No. Oh, no bots. Oh, and that wants to be low priority. Okay, let's increase the workers. I forgot to do that. This will overall help us anyway, just having the beavers during the day do their thing, so that'll be fine. And then these are all constructible, and then this one, yeah. So we got 40 places of bots. So, and we're teetering, around the sort of 390 mark, up and down. So hopefully that will allow more things to swap around and do stuff. Like these are running all the time, but they don't have that many logs in them. So the bots have got to come out and get their own logs and come back again. And unfortunately, I don't think the storages below are particularly doing very well. No, you're doing okay for getting logs now. So I've set them to supply. So your supply, yeah. So it's just a case of that we're not moving the goods around fast enough, and then bots are having to, instead of working in their factories, they're having to move out to get things and come back in. So okay. Let's pause the game here and let's have a look at this. So we want to go double high because we want to be this height for the power line to come along. But I need a way to get access to build the actual the building. Now I can't do it with ladders. We could do it with ladders. I can't put it on top of a ladder, can I? I can build on top of a ladder. Awesome. Okay, just a stand ladder. Don't even need a reinforced one. But they can't build directly above them from a ladder. So that won't really work for us. Yeah, I don't think that would really work for us all that well anyway. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we could do that and then put well, I can't put double platforms around the edges. We'd have to go like single platforms. We want to basically be building something like this. That's what we want to be building. Something like that with a ladder. I don't actually need a ladder on top there. We could put in another, so we could just have a single ladder and then a platform like that. And then the idea would be the windmill will go on center like this. The connection would go here like this. Obviously it needs a connection the other side of it. We'll use a short one. I know the distance here, but we'll go like that. And then there'd be one here, there'd be one here, there'd be one here, so on and so forth. And then each one will connect to each one, and that'd be wonderful and beautiful. What's the spacing on these? There's only 2. Okay, so we just need to unlock. In fact, if it's only 2, we wouldn't have to unlock anything here. The power bridge doesn't need to unlock anything, because if it's only 2, then that means we're just going to be going like this. That goes in there. They would go on top. Remember, beavers can build 1 block above them, so this is fine like that. And we just run power line between the 2. I thought they were spaced out further than that. I don't think the smallest one. Yeah, the smallest one's 3, so that wouldn't work. We could space them out for a 3 just to use it, but I think that's kind of pointless to do that. Can they even fit there without messing up the power? I mean, that. No, they can. Yeah, I don't. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. If this is how they're going to go, we'll just build this. We'll just build this. So this will be fine. Just put loads of connections in, and they'll be fine. And beavers can get up to this platform here to build, and not worry about that. So yeah, beavers can build one. So they need to get up to this platform to build above them there. Yeah, they can't build from the ground up. They could build this one and this one, because that's technically one above. But they can't build on top, so they couldn't build this from the ground because it's too high for them. So at least I believe so. I'm not entirely sure on that, but we'll we'll see. We'll see. So okay. So how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Well, let's start in the corner where we should be. So this is where the edge is. But it looks weird because that's invalid there. So that's where the path is, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there. That's where the edge would be if this was another cell. And I want to kind of keep it inside there, just for conformity's sake, really. So that's where it's going to be. We're going to leave it in the water, so that's fine. So if I was to do it here, we could build directly in the corner. That wouldn't hurt. So we put in, let's do it this way there. So, and then 1, 2, 3. The problem is now here, I can't really get a ladder there, although I can. But if this lines up with this one as well, I can't put a ladder there because ladders require. But then again, we don't need a ladder every single place, do we? No, we don't. We don't need a ladder every single place because they're all going to be connected. So we could just put paths in. So you could just have a ladder, like every now and then. We don't have to have a ladder every single place. That's a good point. Yeah, not each one requires a ladder going up. So how would we do that? Oh, actually no. I do want to come in by one. Like that. You'll be there. It's going to work, is it? Because that's where the wall is. But it's not going to fit perfectly in here anyway. It's going to be slightly off, but I want to come in by one from the wall. So that's where our wall is, and that's where our wall is. So that's the wall. Instead, I want to come in by one because of why do I want to come in by one? Why not put it? It doesn't matter. Why not put it on the wall? Why not literally put it on the wall? What would be wrong with doing that? What would be wrong with doing that? So get rid of that. Okay. Let's put in a. So literally, if I started in the corner. There you go. That works beautifully. That would be the same. That would all stack out and be absolutely beautiful. Okay. Okay. So all we need to do is figure out where we want the ladders to actually physically be. And I'm thinking there. That's interesting. That's not lined up with the edge. Did I mess something up there? Did I mess something up there? No, I did not. Why is that not lined up? Or is it? Yes, it is lined up with the edge. Okay. So we can put the ladders here, 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 and here, which is where the paths kind of connect. And then they can come along up into here and do whatever. It doesn't require maintenance. It's just how it will be built. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Okay. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. So remove all of this. Okay. Okay. This is how we're going to do it. Awesome. Right. So this comes out here. This goes down here and connects to there. Oh, we're safe. This comes down here. This comes down out to here, and we'll have another one there and another one there. But there we go. So that's our little road network. And then what we do is we'll just put in like one there. We're going to rotate it. One there. Rotate it again there. And rotate again there, just because I can. And we'll put a little path in the end like that. That should be all correct. And then we just build, well, essentially we just build a a giant platform between them. It will just, this will be all platforms. This, we'll get rid of them. We'll get rid of the ones that we don't need. That's the way I'm going to do this. So, yep. This is a lot of planks. This is a lot of planks, and that's not ideal because we don't have. Oh, we've got 7.7 thousand planks. Oh, it's gears. Gears we're struggling with. 1.6 now. So, like that. Okay. And then we put another row on top as well. But I don't want to put another row on top yet because, yeah. So you're going to go off this. Okay, and then we'll have a row go that way, we'll go that way, that way. There'll be interconnection paths in between everything anyway. So there you go. Okay, I don't think we can see how far you can go. No, you don't. You don't work that way because you can't figure out the ladders. So okay, we'll do that, and then on top we would have another group of them, but I need to figure out the space. So what I want to do is come in here with the delete tool. I'll just get rid of those four, and those four, and those four, and those four. Like this, all the way along. Make sense? Don't necessarily need all of the all the connections in between as well. We might simplify it that way as well. So that, oh, oops. Okay, we can fix that. We can fix that. We have the technology. Let me just do this section here, and then we'll put in the wind farms on top. Like that. There we go. Okay, and then we go with platforms again. Do those, and then we just want to fill this on top all the way. Yep, that'll do there. Like that. There we go. Okay, and that gives beavers access to get around. We will have to put in more paths and stuff in certain areas, but it's fine for the minute. And then we put the windmills on top of this. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. That's in the wrong place. So the windmills would go all the way along there, and then all the way along there, so on and so forth. And then they all connect up via these. I don't need to do them in between. So we could have they all run up to this part here. They all vertically go up, so we don't build the stuff in between them. That's not necessarily needed for the power shafts. But I kind of like building this honeycomb thing and maybe just connecting everything with power anyway, because yeah, I think we will do. I think we're going to build this and connect everything with power. So they're going to connect along vertically and horizontally as well at the same time, because why not? Why not? And by vertically I mean they're going to connect north, south and east, west. Redundant, doesn't need to be that way, but I want to do it because these cost 1 log and I'm not fussed about the cost for them. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And then we'll have a giant windmill farm here, and we'll just connect the power up like in 2 spots here and here, and run a line along here, and everything will be awesome and wonderful. And yeah, and I might even use the bridge here. Use a bridge here. Yeah, we could use a bridge here to connect the power up. That would work very well. And we can't build over the top of them. No, that's kind of awkward. Oh well. Oh well. So put that in there and put that in there. And then we get the power bridge, because I want to use them. I want to use them. We'll put one there, one there. There we go. And that can connect the power to the main grid up here. So there we go. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so that's the plan. That's the plan. That is the plan. So I'm going to go and build this now, and we'll let it. We'll design it and put it all down and get it all in place and sort it all out, and then we'll see how it goes. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to come into here and I'm going to prioritize the top ones, the ladders, just so the ladders can get built, and then I should be able to see where the path will extend to properly. They can't reach in here. We know they can't reach in here, but we can always run a path along here, and then I think that a path around the outside as well will be enough to allow the beavers to get to wherever they want to get to. I think with that, they should be able to reach any point on this grid. They'd have to come up, come along, go, and, yeah, but they can reach into the centre. They can reach, yeah, that should be fine, because we know these paths reach to everywhere apart from like 3 in the corner, like a 9 tile in the corner. So, yeah, okay. Let me go and build this, and we shall be right back. And there we have it. Everything is in place. I don't see anything missing at all. Let me turn the UI off so you can oh, there you go, you can see it properly here. I don't see, there's every windmill, everything, and it's the power lines in between is the more I'm concerned about. That I don't see any missing at all, so I hope we're good. I also really hope that we I didn't mess up something under here. I've got free camera turned on so I can see things better, but I'm looking underneath there as well. Hope I didn't put any power lines in between, like in between the 2 floors. As I zoom along, I don't see any, so I don't see any stranded ones down there, so that should be fine. I've put the paths in on the floor as well, so that I can actually get to the corners. The weird thing is, the actual game is telling me that these are buildable, which is weird. But then I don't know whether, if we, hold on. If I come here, for instance, and do build, yeah, it tells me this is all completely buildable. Yeah, it doesn't tell me that that's not in, even though I know full well beavers cannot build that. But the game doesn't tell me that, so you might think, oh well, that's all right, beavers, but they can't go more than 2 high, so that's not going to happen there. So okay, so these cannot be built. Okay, the only thing left to do is run the power here, so I'm going to put in a connection here. It says power is blocked, but it's really not. But we're going to just run a line directly in. We don't need anything more than that. Okay, yeah, so we'll put that power line in there, and that will be fine and connected up, and that will get access from this right here. The weird thing is, these are called power shaft bridge, which makes sense because they're a bridge for a power shaft, but they're not a bridge because beavers can't walk on them. So yeah, if you wanted to have beavers walk along with power lines anyway, kind of defeat the object a little bit. The only way around that, I think, would be the suspension bridges go on top of them. I don't know. So it just seemed a little weird that they're not an actual bridge with the power line in them. That would have been nice, you know. Have a suspension bridge, so a shaft bridge with the beavers can walk on and power lines along them, like a power line underneath and the beavers walk on top. That would have been cool, but that's not how it works. So but that's fine. Okay, this is going to take forever and a day to build, like really going to take forever and a day to build. There's a lot. There is they're building in the corner. They're starting here, so it should be fine as we go, but it's going to take a long time. So yeah, that's okay though. That's okay. We'll just wait. Our bots are actually dropping. We're now 8 spare bots, which is kind of awkward. I don't know why they just are dropping, but they are. It's probably just a supply thing. We are making the stuff. We have, oh look, you're full of planks. Are you full of planks? You're full of planks? Are you full of planks? You're full of planks. Okay, so it's a supply thing. The issue was that it was a complete supply problem. Okay. And yeah, so the chassis are just going to have to catch up because they're struggling a bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We can deal with that. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. So yeah. It's mentioned in the comments a lot of times about storages thing, and I've explained that I don't do the storages because the timing's different. the way I've done it in the past, and it was a long time ago, back when they were called golems. So it was a long, long time ago. But what happened was generally that one of them, like the heads or the limbs, would start filling its storage, and the other two wouldn't get the resources to fill them. So you're wasting resources building more and more heads that are just, or limbs that are just sat in a storage doing nothing, and there weren't enough chassis anyway. So I'd rather limit it so that they only build so many that they can store, because these can store 12 limbs. And then once they hit their limit, it stops. So you're not wasting resources building more things. So that's not really. There is a storage of them. There is to be 12 per thing, which is enough to make 3 bots, I believe. Not you need 4. So 4 out 12. Yeah. So they can store enough to make 3 bots each place. So that's why I don't want the surplus, because it would just be, I'd put a storage in for head, limbs, and chassis. The chassis one would always remain empty, and the head and limb one would just start filling, which means they're using even more gears, so the chassis don't get the gears they need to, well, they don't need gears, but planks. They'll be using planks, and we don't, then the chassis factory doesn't get the planks because they're being used to make all these 200 excessive heads or whatever. So that's why I don't ever do that. I don't ever do that. And you shouldn't build any excess anyway, because these work out. So 3 of these factories work out to 2 of these. So there is no excess. If you're making excess heads or limbs, it's because your chassis aren't being produced enough. So you need to deal with that. So there's no point wasting resources getting a surplus of goods when there is no surplus. This is perfect ratio. So there should be no surplus here whatsoever. So yeah, won't stick in storage in there. Not a little tiny storage. I was tempted to put some small that only store 20 or 30 items, but we'll just leave it as it is. So. But anyway, we shall leave this one here. We shall let this get built, which is going to take an awfully long time. And then we'll come back and we'll have enough power. And maybe the power will help as well, because these are struggling for power. So they're not running at full whack. So that will help as well. And then hopefully we can reclaw our bots up a little bit. So we're at 392 bots. So, yeah. We'll get there. And maybe we can look on some catalysts and stuff as well. I did put storage over here as well. I don't know if I mentioned this, for potatoes, and these are set to supply. Just so the farmers have somewhere close to put down before they have to go elsewhere. But I think our issue is just we're now struggling for power. So, but we'll get there. We will absolutely get there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one when we will have a wind farm going. I don't know what this is going to do to my frame rate, but oh well. Until then, as always, have fun,